Hello and welcome to Starsector 0.6a. Now you might be able to tell what was that? Right off the bat that this is not vanilla Starsector. We've got major mod installed, and then we've got faction mods, and what those mods are. We've got Exerelin installed, and we're gonna get on to what that is in a bit. We've got 3 faction mods. We've got everyone's favorite Neutrino Corporation with everyone's favorite ridiculous Banshee in tow, and we've got Shatteryard's Heavy Industries, which has been updated quite a bit and has quite a few new very pretty ships now. And I guess the best way to explain Exerelin is to start getting into it. So we are going to begin a new game, and we've got some new faces added by mods here, and this one particularly is actually really cool looking. I like that one. Is that supposed to be Dead Space reference? I don't know. It's very cool regardless. Since our main playthrough is already using Axe Siege, we will just use Justin, and this is going to be Iron Mode, and that will be important later. So we will continue. So this is what Exerelin mod does. It procedurally generates the sector for us. So we are going to choose how many systems are in the sector, and how large the systems are, how many planets they can have in them, how many asteroid belts they can have in them, and how the maximum number of stations they can have in them. I think 10 is a nice number. Omni Factory will be available, and that is a thing that will allow us to mass produce ships, and we're gonna have all the factions you know of all coming in at once, and that's going to be the 4 vanilla factions: Hegemony, Tritachyon Pirate, not Independent, the new one added in the second sector in the vanilla game that I don't remember the name of. Do we want factions to respawn? Yeah, factions can respawn 2 months, and we actually get to choose which faction we are going to join, a faction we are actually going to be a part of. So we don't want to be any of the vanilla factions, no offense toward them, but what this series is going to be is we're going to be sort of spotlighting factions as we play as them, and this is a pretty intense bombing run, and those piranhas just got destroyed. That was beautiful. We're going to be spotlighting a faction mod at a time by joining the faction at the beginning of the game, and what'll happen is once we are dead and defeated, since this is Iron Mode, we can't go back on that, and we will join a different faction. We'll start over, we'll join a different faction, and then we'll be spotlighting that faction while still playing with Exerelin and the cool things that adds. And Piranha's going crazy here, as well as playing with the other factions, still getting to see all that cool stuff. So I am excited about this, to say the least. And we're going to begin with the Gedune here. Did I actually announce it when I was listing off the faction mods? I think I got distracted. The Gedune are actually being are being made by a friend of mine, and they were actually supposed to be featured in Season 2, and tragically things just didn't work out. There was a fatal error in something I can't even recall, but it prevented them from being included, and it was sort of sad. And so to make amends, we are going to begin with the Gedune, and we're going to choose our ship, and we actually kind of need to be careful here because some of these have quite a low cargo capacity, and we don't want to get caught killing ourselves, because that isn't a good thing to do. These things don't... Oh, this thing has a shield. This thing doesn't have a shield, and neither does this thing. So we're going to choose the one that has a shield. I like shields. And this one also has this decent cargo capacity, even though it has the highest CR per deployment. And we're not going to create ourselves a backstory here. Starting to sound like the pig. I know I've got the name Elmer Fudd in my head, but it's not. It's the pig. I can't get the name in my head just at the moment. We're going to put all 3 of our aptitude points in technology here because technology is amazing. We're going to get 3 burn points and 3 points into ordnance points, so we get integrated point defense because that's a very useful thing later, and more ordnance points. So we'll be beginning the game, and the first thing we are tasked with doing is observing the map. Ooh, and there's actually a Shadow Yard's command fleet. We have, and the Syndrian Dictat, which is a vanilla faction. So we've got 2 factions starting in this sector with us. This might be a very dangerous and exciting place. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. Yes! Damage taken by your ship, full save. So first thing we've got to do is we've got to quickly claim a station so that our faction may survive and thrive. And we've got to make sure they aren't all taken from us. It looks like they're going to be going for a station nearby us. Hopefully they'll see that we're going to get to this station first and they'll just take the other one and we won't need to start a conflict. That would be a really bad thing to do right off the bat. So you can see in the sector messages here, we've got things being taken over all over the place. And we're paying wages, which is something added by Exerelin. And we are nearly there. It looks like they are going for that one over there, which will be nice. We'll be neighbors. Hopefully we can be friendly neighbors and not try to immediately wage war, because that happens in the Exerelin mod. We are here. We're going to just leave and then hover over here a little bit. And yes, once we hover over it long enough, we will take it, and our fleet will be reduced to our sole ship, which we should actually take a look at. We have some extra ordnance points we could add on to it, and we should do that. We have a scythe launcher. We have a strike missile launcher on this thing. This thing's crazy. This thing has frontal shields only, but it does have nice point defense, and I think it has a flare system. But vents, do we want more? We want more vents. In fact, we want less capacitors and more vents. That'll be good for now. So now, when a sector's taken over, these neutral station construction convoys are going to come in, and they are going to begin building things for us. And please be friendly to our Shadow Yard brethren. Are you... wait, what? What are you doing? No? Cassius Orbital? Okay. So they have chosen to not take this. They've taken that instead. And we're going to be friends, right? We're going to be best friends, right? Neutral, defending that. Okay. I'm going to actually have to look into how faction relations work and make sure they are our friends. But it looks like this gas giant might actually be... They might be able to harvest materials from this and sell them, and that would be nice. So we have these construction convoys coming in, and I keep targeting them like I want to fly away. They're resupplying here. They're resupplying here. That is a good thing. And if we wait a little bit, then our station will start building up an inventory. Although, you know, they've got fuel. We've got lots of fuel. That's about it. But we need to find someone to fight, and we might have to just make the Syndrian Diktat our primary enemy, because they're the only ones in this sector. They're the only other ones here. The other factions are all around in different sectors. Maybe we could even form an alliance with them as well. I would rather make friends than enemies. Neutral proceeding to the... Okay, so more mining going on. You know what, let's go here. Let's see what we can do here. Push Shadow Yard, Gaseous Orbital. I can't do anything here, apparently. So they're going to be constructing things. They're going to construct a storage facility for me to use, and that is a helpful thing. And we've got another thing coming in. Recon Patrol. Now I could attack them, and I could declare war on them. Gaseous Wall. I don't know what that is. Where are you going? So that they're just patrolling, and I sort of don't want to make to jump on any faction and start conflict that isn't necessary. I kind of want to see how it naturally goes about and not be a jerk. We've got more construction convoys coming in, which is a nice thing. We're gonna have to find some way to make money, and I'm not quite certain how to do that. I'm gonna have to see. Now, I want to stay here. I want to see what this other construction convoy is doing. I think that'll be an interesting thing. Syndrian Diktat. Terminal taken over by Tritachyon. Tritachyon and Hegemony are expanding their territories, and they already don't like each other. Gedune mining fleet. Can I interact with them? Open a colony. Greetings. We'd love to stay in chat. There are sights to see and things to steal. Okay, Gedune. Okay, unpause. I'm gonna have to get used to the game pausing after everything. So there's another station convoy, and it's created an Omni factory right on top of the storage facility. And what we do in the Omni factory is we transfer things into it, and then it builds more of them, and things happen. So these guys are not currently enemies. We may as well fly out there, and they're gonna have vanilla ships, which is nice. We can get some things that I am familiar with and might know how to use right off the bat. I would like to get some fighting in though. Who am I gonna fight? Who I go fight? I wonder, I might not even be able to buy things from neutral stations. Yeah, I can't buy things from neutral stations. So I'm actually pretty limited in the kinds of ships I can use, which is somewhat of a cool thing. Why is there a big yellow fleet over there? What is that fleet doing? Rebel Dissenter fleet? Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Rebel Dissenter, that can't be good. Pirates have declared war with the Gedune. Yes, we have people we can fight. We are the Gedune. Now what's going on over here? They are hostile. But the Shadow Yards are fighting them. Rebel Dissenter fleets. Those are Gedune. Those are bad Gedune. And they're just coming off of the planet. Oh, well, look at that. So we're gonna have to fight some of our own kind here. Oh, you know what? No, that's not Gedune. That's Shadow Yard's Heavy Industry. We're gonna beat up some Shadow Yard's Heavy Industry. Some bad guys. So, this actually just about wraps it up for this episode. We'll certainly get some more action in next time. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.